Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different. It was requested by someone that I do a step-by-step eyeshadow process because they thought that I just kind of skimmed across like what I was doing, and they wanted a step-by-step to make it easier for them to do their eyeshadow. Which I was like, that is a darn good idea. And I figured I could help out a lot with people if they don't know how or what colors to put where, which is a very common mistake. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to prime my lids and put band-aids on, and I will be right back to start the look. So for this look, I'm just going to be doing something really simple. I'm going to be doing Smokey Eye with the Huda Beauty Smokey Obsessions palette. Beautiful. I'm going to dive in with you the step-by-step process of doing your eyeshadow. Okay, so if you open the palette, you've got this orange shade right here, okay? With the lighter shades in just about every single palette, those are your transitioning shades. Those are going to help you blend out the darker, more dense shades. Now, if you see in the Tarte Toasted palette, you've got this shade, you've got this shade, you've got this shade down here. They're all your lighter shades to help you blend out and to help make these shades seamless. Now, the question is, where do you put the transitioning shades? Well, you start them in your outer corner and drag them all the way to your inner corner and blend them upwards. They're not necessarily on your lid, but more like your brow bone. So I'm going to take that orange shade and blend it into my crease. With your transitioning shades, you might notice that there's not that much pigment pressed down, and you don't want a lot, or else you won't be able to blend it out as easily. What I like to do is dip my brush in the pan a few times and tap off all the excess that comes off, all the fallout, so it's not pigmented and blotchy. Also with this look, I'm just going to be doing one eye on camera and the other eye off camera. So I'm going to finish this eye and then do the other one off camera. Now, you've got in each palette, you've got your shades that are a bit darker than the transitioning shade and usually a different color. And then you've got even darker shades that usually go on the outer corner. But in this palette, you've got this light brown right there. Now, that shade is not a transitioning shade, but it starts to darken up the crease in the outer corner, depending on what type of look you're doing. With those type of shades, I like to take, there are two brushes that I like to take. This one is a semi-flat packing brush. It's not very dense. You're still able to work with the shadow and move around with it. This is a Sephora brush, actually. And then I also like to take this angled brush so I could get into the crease better rather than just the outer corner. But it's still a bit fluffier, so you can still try and blend it out a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the not very dense packing brush and take this light brown shade. And I'm going to place it on the outer corner and blend it until about the middle of the eyelid. Now that I've got that laid down, I like to take my fluffy brush that I use to blend in the transitioning one and blend the shade I just put on into the transitioning shade. Now, this shade is not supposed to be as pigmented. It's more like a base shade for your darker shades or the more vibrant shades. It's to lay on something before you just pack on that really vibrant or really dark color. Now I'm going to take that angled brush and take this darker brown right here and lay it in just about the same spot, except a little farther towards the outer corner. And now I like to blend out that shade as well. Now you're slowly starting to see it darken up. Now, if it's not blending the way that you want it to, you can take your fluffy brush and go back in with that orangish shade to blend out the creases. You could just stop here and lay a nice little shimmer shade on the inner part of the eye. Call it a day. This is your smoky eye, and I can show you what that looks like. So this is what that would look like if you just laid a nice little shimmer shade on the inner corner. You weren't going for that dark, or you could stop. You could have stopped at the light brown shade and laid down something nice and like pretty if you're not going for too dark of a look. But if you want to continue on and get the full dark smoky eye effect, you go back in with this palette and take the black shade. I'm going to be taking that same packer brush and laying that right on the outer corner. Now with black shades you want to be careful because there's usually fallout, and they're obviously the darkest shade that you can get, so you can never take away. You can only add. So that's why I like to start out with just a little bit on my brush and slowly start to build up and add as much as that I want. Now, this is just about the final look with the eyes. If you still want to take this Huda Beauty palette and use the shimmer shades like this, if you're looking for something bold and out there, this silver shade right here and this gold shade, I would recommend putting on the inner half of the lid. That is if you want to do something crazy and pigmented. But if you want to do something more subtle, you can take the Tarte palette and take the shade Candle, which is a nice soft shimmer shade, and you can lay that on the inner corner. Now I can show you both looks. So, this is the shade Candle on my inner part of my lid. You could take this gold shade right here and lay it in the same spot if you want something more vibrant. This is what this looks like. Now I'm going to go on and do my other eye off camera. Okay, so this is what both eyes look done. I know, obviously not all the way done, but just about. This part is also optional. I'm going to put on a wing. I can also do a step-by-step with that as well. And I like to start off with the e.l.f. liquid liner in the shade Jet Black. And I start by making the actual wing and slowly dragging it to about middle of the lid. Now you see that line going straight onto the Band-Aid? That is why I use the Band-Aids. After that, I like to take the Starstruck eyeliner and line the rest of my inner corner. I'm going to go on and do the other eye off camera, and I'll be back in a second. Okay. Now that I've done that, there are a few ways that you could finish off this eye look. 1, you could smoke out your lower lash line with the colors that you used on the top. 2, you could just leave it alone and put on mascara and call it a day. 3, you could line your waterline with black eyeliner, or you can put on lashes, you can do mascara. There are a bunch of ways that you could finish off this look. For me, I'm just going to put on mascara. Thank you for sitting in my lap mid doing video. Stop. This is my cat Bear. She's cute. She loves cuddles. But she's also crazy. Yeah? Okay. Hop on. Okay, fine. You can sit. Just because I love you. Okay. And that was my step-by-step process in doing a smoky eye. Or my version, at least. I hope you guys enjoy. And if you want any more videos like this, you should totally comment and let me know. So I'm doing what the viewers like rather than just whatever I want to do. Yeah. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.